Hello all, welcome to our Docker series where we are going to cover all the concepts of Docker from basic to advanced. In today's video, we are going to create a database as a container in the Ubuntu virtual machine. So in the last video, we have created operating system as a container, and in today's session, we are going to create database as a container where we are using MySQL image to create the container my database. So let's start with the creation of this container as well as using this database. So to create the container, we have to, so Docker is already installed in this virtual machine. If you want to install the Docker, just refer my earlier video. The link is already given in the description section. So let's start with the Docker run command. So Docker run dash name, and you have to mention the name of the container. So I'll say MyDB and then -t, which is stand for detach mode, which runs all the logs in the background, and -e. So -e means environment variable here. So what is environment variable? So Docker environment variables are the key elements in this operation, which is storing data that is specific to each user account accessing the software. So in some cases, it's mandatory to use the environment variable. So these environment variables are not applicable for all images. So if you want to check what are all the images have the environment variables and which images are not, you can check it from the official Docker Hub website. So I'll show you. So log into the Docker Hub. So you can create your account in the Docker Hub first. So Docker Hub is a platform where you can store your images or you can pull the images so that you can run your container successfully. So here I already log into the Docker Hub. So I'll show you MySQL database first. MySQL DB. This is the image search only with the MySQL first. Okay, so it will search for the MySQL image. If you click on the MySQL, here you can see all the documentation of MySQL image. So in the tag summary, you can see what are all the versions available so that you can use it. So we will use 8.0 or 9th version in this hands-on. And if you scroll down, all the commands are given here. So this is the command to run this or to run or create the Docker container MySQL with the image MySQL database. So here you can see -e mentioned here. It means this image required the environment variables. So if we are comparing this with the other image, for example, let's say Tomcat. Search Tomcat image here. So if you explore the Tomcat image, scroll down. Yeah, this is the command to create the Tomcat image or Tomcat container. So here, if you see, there is no environment variable mentioned here. It means this type of image not required the environment variables to be created. So in this way, you can check which images are required the environment variables and which are not. So let's go back to our terminal. So we write this command docker run dash name. MyDB is a name of the data name of the container -d -e, and we have to mention the MySQL root password here. So this will be used to log in your MySQL database once the container is created. So I'm just giving here pass123 for now as a password, and then you have to mention the image name. So we will give the MySQL and we have to tag it, for example, which version required. So we are going with the MySQL 8 version. So you can see this command pulls the image from the Docker Hub only. So let's wait for creation of this container. Once it is created, we can check the status. So it is 40% completed. So total it is having 130% here. So let's wait for some more time. Okay, it's created. You can check the status of your container by using this command docker container ls. See, my database is a container name and it is using the MySQL 8 as an image, and it is up and running, and it is mapped with the 33060 port number. In case if you want to check the traffic or if you want to check the database externally, you can use this 33060 port number. So if you want to check the details about the images, so you can hit the Docker images and you can see the specific image details here. So now we have to enter into the MySQL database. So for that, we have to enter into bash terminal first. So to enter into the bash, you have to execute this command docker execute dash it your container name, and you have to specify the bash here. So we saw this command in our last video as well, where we created the operating system as a container, and we saw this command in detail. So I'm just hitting this command here. So now we are into the MySQL. Now we are into the bash. So from the bash, we have to enter into, or we have to log in into MySQL database. So we are going to use the by default username to log in here. So this is the by default username for MySQL database. MySQL minus you have to mention root and minus or dash p. Click enter, it will ask for the password. I'll give pass123 as a password. As we as we give this password from here, you can see my SQL root password pass123. So I gave the same password and hit enter. See, you have successfully logged into the MySQL database. Here it is showing server version 8.4.7 MySQL community. And if you are able to see this output, it means you are successfully connected to your MySQL database. So after that, you can play with all the SQL commands, whatever required as a part of our database. So I'll just show you very basic commands so that you have at least some idea. So if you want to see how many databases are listed under this MySQL database, by default, you can just give this query my show databases colon semicolon and hit enter. So you can see 1 2 3 4 schema, two schemas are there, and these are the DB name. If you want to create any database, so you just have to give this query create database. I'll say the name of database is my first DB. Okay, once you give this, just give this semicolon, it will create your new database. If you want to see the database again, just do the show databases. See, our my first DB database is created. Now, if you want to change, if you want to go inside the my first database, you just have to give this command, use my first DB and semicolon. See, it is saying database change. It means you are under the my first database now. Now, if you want to do some certain set of actions, you can perform under this my first database. So just for a hands-on purpose, I will just create a small table by using some database MySQL DB queries, and I will show you how it will looks like. So to save the time, I already written down the query here. So you can see this create table. We are going to create the table name as inventory, and these are all the primary key and variables mentioned here. So I'm just copying this. I'll provide this query in the description section of this video so that you can also run it. So just paste here and hit the enter. See, all these queries are completed. Now if you want to see the table, so you just have to give this query select star means all, select start from inventory. You just have to mention the inventory and semicolon, just hit it. See, whatever query we were given here, banana 150, orange 150, apple 100, it is reflected in the table. If you want to delete this table, you can delete it also with the delete query. And if you want to add additional table like rows or columns, you can just play with the query and do it. So that's all about the MySQL database. So in this video, we have created the my database container and we run the MySQL image. So in the coming videos, we are going to go in deeper in this MySQL maybe we can create some project from basic to advanced, like how can we communicate between two containers, like from application to database, or how can we get the database from application. So those type of project we are going to see in our upcoming sessions, once we cover all the basics from Docker, so that we will very good for projects. So that's all about today. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you all. Bye.